Hey guys, Max here with another Ashlands video, and this one we're going to be talking about the progression of Ashlands, right? What are the different milestones and the goals that we need to hit in order to make it to the next one? First of all, a couple things, spoilers. We're going all over Ashlands in this video, so if you don't want to see any of that, click away now. I'm even going to the arena at the end, although we're not going to summon the boss, so don't worry about that. Another thing is I just recently started streaming over on Twitch. I'll put the information in the description down below. We had an Ashland stream last Saturday. It was great. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, come over and check us out. And lastly, I'm not going to be going into too much information on the upgrading of your gear, right? Everybody kind of knows that we upgrade our armor and our weapons as we go throughout a biome. I'm not going into that kind of detail, just the major milestones and goals to get to the next part of Ashlands. Let's get into it. Now, when you first get to Ashlands, what you want to do is make a small base, right? And if you're interested on tips and a small guide on how to do that, I just made a video. I'll put that in the description down below. Go ahead and check that out. But yeah, make a base and then get ready to venture out and work on the first parts of collecting the items that you need. So the first few resources you want to keep an eye out for is wood and stone, right? Kind of simple. The stone comes from the boulders that are out here, and the wood comes from the trees. But from what I understand on the public test branch, at least, is that when you make noise, when you farm these resources, it makes the monsters around you aware of your presence. So I probably wouldn't recommend farming these things around your base. Kind of venture out a little bit, and then knock down a tree, mine some stone, and if the monsters get mad at you, you can run, and eventually they'll maybe give up if you have enough stamina, and that way you're not around your base and you kind of have nowhere to run. So just kind of keep that in mind. Next, you want to look out for these green lizard-looking guys, these askfin. You want to kill them for their hide and their bladder. So you want to collect a little bit of those. And next, you want to look out for these lava blobs or these unstable lava rocks, okay? Both of these will drop this red proustite powder that we're going to need to collect. We're also going to need to look out for caves. They look just like this, and I also did a video on them. I'll put that in the description down below if you're interested in checking that out. But inside these caves, we are going to find molten cores, okay? We're going to need at least 2, but comfortably probably about 4. Now, farming all of those materials is pretty much step 2, so that kind of covers everything that we're going to need. Step 3 is to farm the new flametal ore, okay? And in order to do that, we are going to need hide, bladder, and powder that we farmed earlier to make these basalt bombs. So we're going to make some basalt bombs. I'm cheating with the craft, obviously. But so we have them here. And then we are going to throw the basalt bombs at the fire so that we have ledges to cross the lava to get to the flametal pillars so that we can farm the ore. Now that step 2 and step 3 of the farming is pretty much done, we've got the step 2 parts, we've got the step 3 with the ore, we come back to our Ashlands base, we're nice and cozy, but how do we smelt the ore? Remember there's molten cores in that stone that I told you to farm? We're going to make the new portal that allows you to transport the ore back to your base, and then you can smelt it and turn it into bars. Now, when I told you that you needed a minimum of 2, but 4 is more comfortable, you want to bring 2 more with you through the portal and make another stone portal on the other side. So that way you can teleport the bars back out here because you're going to need the bars to move on to the next step. And smelting that flametal ore into bars is the same process as smelting the ore, the black metal ore from the plains. So you bring the bars back out here, and now the next step is you want to find one of these fortresses, right? And if you want more information on these, I also made another video on these, but this is the next step, and you come out here and you want to make a battering ram, and you'll notice the battering ram requires the ashen wood, which we farmed from step 2, and 10 flametal bars, which we just farmed from step 3 and smelted with step 4. So for step 5, it's the fortress. You come out here, you build a battering ram, you fill it with regular wood, and you bust through this wall, and then you clear out all the monsters, and then you bust into the middle of this tower, and it's going to give you the crafting piece to summon the boss of Ashlands, which is a bell, right? And you need 9 bell pieces to craft 3 full bells. It's basically 3 pieces per bell on the public test branch as of the recording of this video. And then once you have 3 bells, then you can go find the boss arena. Inside these towers is the markers to find that boss arena. And then you'll make your way to the boss arena, which is right here. And you'll take those 3 bells and you'll bring them to these little bell altars here, bell holder with these little steps. And there's 3 of them throughout the arena, okay? And then once you put a bell on each of the 3 altars, you just ring the middle and it spawns the boss and you fight and defeat him. Now, it's not as fast and as simple as that, right? During the course of that, you need to farm flametal and more monster parts so that you can upgrade your gear. There's chests in the different fortresses to get the gems and things like that. So there's a lot of monsters and things like that to fight, and there's a lot of steps to progress and upgrade your gear. But that's essentially the major milestones and major steps to get through the Ashlands. Remember that this is recorded during the public test brand, so some things could change. If you feel like I deserve it, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel for more Valheim content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.